What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? Today is Friday, March 21st, 2025, and it's pretty much the end of the week. We're going to go ahead and do an end of the week market review. What's up, Lenny? Appreciate you joining. Shout out to you. I'm going to give it a few minutes, allow a few people to come into the live stream. How's everybody's Friday going? How's everybody's Friday going this evening? It is currently 6:37 or 7:37 Eastern Standard Time. Oh, what's up, Scott? You said you're working overtime to buy more. Okay, shout out to you. Definitely put that overtime in. We still got a lot of opportunities and great opportunities in the market. Lenny, I'm about to get to that in a minute, Lenny. I'm gonna get that. Give me a second. I'm gonna allow a few more people to come in. I appreciate you inquiring, but I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna make a little update here in a second. Allow a few more people to come in the live stream. So you see the link. So how's everybody doing on this Friday? So now that you asked, Lenny, I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So I've been getting a lot of requests, a lot of high demand. I'm gonna go ahead and release or open up the Patreon, and if you sign up for the Patreon, you will get you will go ahead and get the membership to the Discord. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that up. Now, this is my disclaimer. I am still working on the Patreon. So I have about 9 to 10 lessons in there so far. And you can go at your own pace. And I'm going to continue every day, every night, or every day that I get time, I'm going to continue to build upon what's already in the Patreon. So it's a process production. I find it easier live streaming and teaching, but when it comes to making videos, that's a little bit more difficult because I'm trying to kind of be perfect. And when I'm on live stream, I can kind of free flow and freestyle. But in video format, I'm producing the videos. But for example, let's go ahead and come to my Patreon. If you're new to my channel, this is my Patreon. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. And once you sign up, you will get access to the Discord, the private Discord. If you come to my Patreon page, you go to see membership options. And right now, I have 2 options right now. I still have the other tiers, but again, I got to produce those tiers. But in the meantime, if you want to just be a community member, that's $10. Or if you want to be a beginner, that's $40. These are in-depth lessons. And like I said, I'm still producing. I'm going to drop as many lessons as I feel that I need to in my Patreon. So I'm trying to like drop as much material as I can for people who want to be beginners. So if you're interested, feel free to come sign up. You will get access to my community where we can talk behind the scenes. So if you ever wanted to private message me, I will be in the Discord. That's where you can send me a private message, or we can openly talk about whatever y'all want to discuss. And we will have like an inner circle mentorship thing going on inside the community. So if you're interested, go ahead and sign up for it. What's up, Law Docs? What's up? So y'all can let me know in the comments if y'all interested in it. So I got a community tier. Again, for example, if you sign up for the beginner tier, you will get access to the community as well. But if you got just the community, you would just be a part of the community and not get access to the lessons. So some people might want to just be a part of the community, and you can learn in the community. So you can get in there and learn in the community. So It's up to y'all. So right now, these are my 2 tiers, and I got more tiers. So again, this is just for beginners, and as the time goes on, I will further expand on more advanced concepts, more advanced lessons. But I want people to understand the basics. If you're brand new, at least understand the basics of technical analysis. So y'all can let me know if you're interested in that. So shout out to you, Lenny, for inquiring. The link is in the description below and also on my channel. So if you want to go find that link, you can go sign up for it. Let me get a quick roll call. Y'all shout out where you're from. City, state, country, region, wherever you're at in the world. Go ahead and shout that out. Go ahead and shout that out. And also in these tiers or in my Discord, like I said, these are advanced concepts. It's like 101. It's almost like Netflix. So whenever you're going through the lessons, you're not distracted by everybody. It's like 101. You're watching the content. That's how I want it. So whenever you're watching the content, it's like 101 coaching lessons. And like I said, I will further expand on them in the future. Shout out to California in the building. Shout out to you, Tino. Shout out to you, Richard. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if y'all brand new. Shout out to Florida in the building. Shout out to Florida. What's up, Mark? Shout out to Pennsylvania in the building. Shout out to Pennsylvania. Law docs. Again, I haven't produced the signals. Like, well, I said, if you haven't heard me mention it before, the signals will be the last thing that I offer because I want people to actually learn this skill set like the way I had to learn it. Signals will definitely be way more because you know why? That requires my time. So that would be me really analyzing the market, providing my signals, and I will be focused on the futures markets. We will be focused just on futures, not crypto. Until crypto futures become available, I will be mainly focused on futures, NASDAQ, S&P. Those are the markets I trade, and maybe some foreign exchange until we start getting regulated crypto futures. So, like I said, I want you to get the big basics first. Y'all might want to get signals, but we need to be all on one platform. We need to be all on one, the same page. We don't want to be scattered everywhere where you're over there trading these different things. I want it to be structured so at least you have a foundation. You need some type of structure. So if you start off in one market, you will see the benefits of what I'm trying to outline. What's up, Sin? Shout out to Chicago in the building. Like I said, I plan on having, like, far as these tiers, man, I can have dozens of tiers, but right now I'm just focused on a community. I want to build a community and I want to help people learn this skill set, offer them this skill set. So go over to my Patreon, check it out if y'all interested. So let's go ahead and come to the economic calendar. It's the last, tomorrow's the last day of the week. And today on Friday, we didn't have no economic news. So tomorrow, Saturday, March 22nd, that will be the last day of the week. And then we will go into pretty much the last week of the month. Next week, we have some high impact news going into next week. And early in the week, we have high impact news on Monday. And then we won't see no more high impact news until Thursday and Friday. So again, I'm pretty much waiting for the quarterly close in the overall market. So we're coming to a close for the first quarter of 2025. So I think we only have like 10 or 9 days left. Law docs, you said copy that. I just have little time to study caring for little ones. So following signals will create wealth by running. No, I can't tell you following signals will create wealth. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that. Again, if I provide a signal service, first of all, it will be based on my analysis, and it wouldn't be financial advice. It's something like, so when I'm analyzing the market and I say, hey, I'm looking at this level right here and I am entering on this level. I'm not telling you that you're entering on that level. I'm going to be saying, hey, I'm placing an order right there. And then if you feel like it's something that you would like to do, then that's on you. Again, you can't expect me to help you create generational wealth. So don't think that. Don't think that. Or create wealth. And that's exactly why I said I want to wait and see about doing the signal service, because I don't need people blaming me for their losses, because you're going to take losses and I can't control how you manage your trades. So I might be taking a trade, but you might get a little carried away because you don't understand emotions. I take losses. That's just me being transparent. I take losses, but my strike rate is high. My strike rate is real high. So that's a lot of responsibility on me to like perform, really perform. I have to be really locked in. And then I already know people are going to want to, they're going to have complaints, and you can't blame me for your progress. So that's why I say I'm waiting on the signal service. But if you watch my live streams, I give signals all the time, and you witness me live on my live stream that the shit works over and over again. But when it comes to day trading, there's more frequency and there's more times that you can lose. No doubt, Law Docs. So I just wanted to get that understood. That's why I'm going to do my lessons first. If you're interested in learning technical analysis, you have to find time. I don't care. Like when I had to learn, I had to find time to do this. I was always busy, working a job, going to school, whatever, paying bills. You have to find time when you want to do this skill set. So that's why I'm starting a beginner. That's why I'm starting a beginner tier. A beginner tier. So that you can go at your own pace. It's like Netflix, where you know how you watch a Netflix series and you might watch one episode today, and then you might watch the next episode the next day. That's how I got it set up, where you can watch this episode and then you actually go apply the information. You go into the markets, you apply the information. Don't just watch it and don't do nothing. No, it's step by step. Apply the information. It's pretty much like a how-to. It's a how-to, and I think I pretty much simplify it. I simplify it. So if you want to be interested in that, go right ahead. So, and I'm going to continue to expand on it. I'm currently in the progress of continuing to expand the beginner tier. And then once I feel like the beginner tier is complete enough for brand new people to come in. And first of all, y'all will be the first people coming into this. Y'all will be the first people coming into this. So you will be able to pretty much be like my test group. The test group where you're giving me feedback. I'm taking the feedback. If you like it, where I can tweak it or adjust it, whatever. So if you're interested, I pretty much need a group of people where I can like test on and see, okay, how is this? How can I improve it? And once y'all give me that feedback, I can go with that. So you just got to check it out for yourself. I already have people in this in these tiers as well. People that I have got great feedback from. So again, next week we have a long week next week. So after that, we will go into the final week of March, which is in the middle of April, pretty much. April will begin on a Tuesday, April 1st. So there's an extended week in March, and we will cross over into that. So let me see right quick. Let's come to the crypto matrix. So right now we got XRP traded at $2.37. That was a lot of people was upset earlier this week. Well, that's because the market is coming to a quarterly close. So that's what you can anticipate. So right now, XRP at $2.37, XLM 27 cents, XDC 7 cents, HBAR 18 cents, Bitcoin 84,000, Ethereum 1963, Algo 18 cents, Solana $128. Let's go ahead and review XRP. Let's go over here and review XRP. I'm gonna start on the monthly time frame, or let's go out to the 3 month. So on the 3 month time frame, this is the quarterly candle. This candle closes in 10 days, so we have 10 trading days left, and this has been a long first quarter, 2025. I'm still waiting to see how we close. Earlier this quarter, this candle was black. This was a bearish candle, so we was inside the range earlier this month, but we expanded higher. The court case ended, and now we're just holding price right here. It's in a holding pattern. This is still in play. So what is this right here? Y'all tell me in the comments. And this is why I say the Patreon is valuable, because y'all already been getting a lot of this for free. Y'all already been getting a lot of this for free. So look at this right here. What is this? What's up, Malcolm? Shout out to you. Malcolm is one of my premier students. He's always he can tell you firsthand what this information is about. There you go. Leave it then. I can't pronounce your name. Excuse me. I'm gonna figure it out. But it's definitely a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. It's a busy. Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So this is on the quarterly time frame. So if it plays out, if we close this candle in 10 days where we're at, I'm still going to highlight this because there's a possibility. It doesn't have to. There's a possibility that the market might want to draw down to this inefficient level in the market. Definitely a possibility. So buy side imbalance. It's not valid yet until we close this candle in 10 days. So just keep that in mind. And if, let's say we do close this candle today, I'm going to measure the gap from the high. One second. From the high down to the low. And if you zoom in on price, there goes those potential levels that we can retrace back down to. So don't ignore that. This gap is going to be a large gap. And if they decide to drop price, that's going to be deflating to the overall market and a lot of people that's in crypto and XRP. So the top of the gap will be around $1.79. The upper quadrant, 0.7, $1.51. The midway point, $1.23. So be looking out for that. It's not valid yet though, so I'm not gonna harp on it right now. I'm not gonna really too much stress out on it. Let's see how we close this month. This quarter. So from the 3 month time frame, let's drop down to the monthly. The gray shaded areas, those are weekly fair value gaps. Those are weekly fair value gaps. We got two BISIs. So let me remove those weeklies and bring up the monthly. So we got 2 monthly fair value gaps right here. You can see so far this month, we opened, we traded down a discount. We traded higher, we retraced. So this month alone, we have been caught in the range. We have not broken the previous week's high, the previous month's high, nor have we went down and took out the previous month's low. Inside that range is, well, we're trapped inside that range. We have buy side liquidity at the high, sell side liquidity at the low, and we're just consolidating. So this entire month of March has been a consolidation, even though it seems like it's been volatile, but it's just really been consolidating. And what they're doing is they're getting out leverage traders, people that are leverage trading. They're liquidating them out the market. So this large area down here at discount is still in play. So again, once we close this candle right here in 10 days, we will open the second quarter of 2025. And then all of this is in play below the market and above the market. Like I said, we don't have to come down here. We could just expand higher. You know, this market has lately been volatile just off of news alone. So, you know, and the news is coded. If you missed my live stream, I showed you how when Brad Garlinghouse a few days ago announced that the SEC court case was over, that at the same time he announced that the market took off at the same exact time. So it was already embedded in price. It was already embedded in price. If y'all just joining, make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're brand new. So from the monthly time frame, let's go ahead and drop down to the weekly. And like I said, we got 10 days left. On the weekly time frame, what market profile are we in? What market profile are we currently on the weekly time frame? What's up, Shot Swag? What's up? Appreciate you joining. Y'all make sure y'all get those likes up. What profile are we currently in? Yes, consolidation. We're in a consolidation. And that's why I said on the monthly, if you just jump back out to the monthly, go back out to the monthly. You see how this candle right here on the monthly, which these candles take roughly 30 trading days. We have not went higher, nor have we went lower. We traded down to this fair value gap. But as you drop down the lower time frames, you will see that sideways consolidation. So go down to the weekly. And that's what you see. So far this week, earlier this week when I went live, I want to say either Sunday or Monday. I forgot which day that was. I asked the community. I said, hey, on this weekly candle, which side of the market do y'all see it reaching for? And a lot of y'all went bearish. Y'all said, okay, we'll drop down and take out the sell side liquidity. Some of y'all was neutral, where y'all said, hey, we're not going to go nowhere. We're just going to range sideways. And then some of us said high. I outlined that we would go up and take out the previous week's high at minimum. Who recalls me saying that? At minimum, we come up, take out the previous week's high. And that's exactly what we did. So on the weekly time frame, we're just consolidating. They're holding price. So this right here is a holding pattern. That consolidation is time distortion. So the markets are algorithmic. And when they want to manipulate the price or the market, they will throw the algorithm into this market profile right here. This market profile right here. And this right here stresses retail out. This right here is stressing the hell out of retail. So that's exactly what's going on. When the market goes into this profile, what is it doing? What is it doing, boss? You see the consolidation. Look at this high right here. What it's doing is it's taking out liquidity on both sides of the market. So we rallied up. Took out the buy side liquidity right there. After we take out the liquidity, it drops down. What does it do? It takes out sell side liquidity right here. What's up, Center? Appreciate you joining. Appreciate everybody joining. So look what the market is doing. We go up, make this high right here. We retrace back down into the range, monthly fair value gap discount, displacement higher, go up, take out buy side liquidity. There were orders up above the market. So what the algorithm is doing and what smart money is doing, they're putting in massive orders, fading what retail is doing. So as the market goes high, they offload their long positions right here. And then they short the market back down to discount. As retail is trying to chase price, they're becoming liquidated. And then as the market retraces, now retail is trying to sell the market. But no, they go down, take out sell side liquidity. They offload their short positions. They reaccumulate and then go back higher. And then they're just trapped in the range. That's what they're doing. And on lower time frames, the same exact thing is happening. So again, this is manipulation. This is time distortion. And retail has no idea what's going on. What's up, Big Dre? Appreciate y'all joining. Make sure y'all smash that like button for me. Smash that like button. So now we want to just go down intraday. And on this weekly time frame, we have 2 trading days left. 2 trading days. So we're not going to do much in the next few days. So just anticipate that. We need to go ahead and close this quarter out. And we need to go ahead and get to April. These days are lasting long. And I want to see how we open up in April. So on the weekly time frame, let's drop down to the daily. On the daily time frame, this is how much perspective I have on my chart. I'm gonna throw up my look back tool and my forecast forward. So let's go ahead and just remove the fair value gaps. And all these tools will be in the Patreon. All these tools. And it goes into details, but I can't give all details on this live stream. So I use this tool to look back in price at least 60 days. And then I use this tool to forecast at least 60 days. And what I'm doing is I'm locating the liquidity in the market. So this vertical trend line starts to look back. If we look to the left of the market, look back in time, these old lows down here, that was sell side liquidity right there. Boom. You see these lows? 1, 2, 3. There's a pool of liquidity below the market. And then we cross over and you can see exactly what the market does, or the algorithm. This candle right here drops down, scoops up all that liquidity. And then it rallies higher, trades into a SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. And then it goes lower, this wick right here. Remember, never ignore large wicks, because those are hidden levels in the market. You can see us drop down to discount. So if I go back out to the weekly time frame, I'm gonna show you on the weekly. And I'm gonna remove that this tool right here. On the weekly time frame, let me cut this music down. On the weekly time frame, look at this large wick right here. I'm using it as a ghost pool. Those are hidden levels in the market. So you can see us using these levels as support. You see how we drop down and we keep using these specific levels as support? It's not random. It's a discounted PD array. It's a discount PD array. PD arrays stand for premium discount arrays. Well, this wick right here is a discount array. And you can see us trading down into these price levels that are hidden inside of this wick on the weekly time frame, and we're using it as support levels. So right now the market is just holding right now. It's just holding. So let's drop back down to the daily time frame. What's up, Ike? Appreciate you joining, Ike. Shout out to you. On the daily time frame, right now on the daily time frame, let me hide some of these levels, and we're going to get down to intraday price action here in a minute. Let me hide some of these levels, and we're just going to go off the daily. So there's a lot of hidden levels on the daily. It's a lot going on the daily because of what? This consolidation. So let me show you all the daily BISIs, SIBIs, and inversion gaps that are hidden in the market. So watch this. Boom, just like that. See this matrix? Well, if we look back in time, look over here. This was a BISI turn inversion. So it was a BISI turn inversion. We trade through it, cut through it. We're bouncing off these levels. Trade lower. Remember, this wick, which is a weekly ghost pool, we're inside of that. All I did was remove it on a higher time frame. And what we're doing is we're just bouncing around. So these are all, anytime you see a fair value gap highlighted, and whenever the market goes in consolidation, you will see how the market is bouncing around off of these price levels. So for example, look at this BISI right here. It turned into an inversion, dropped down a discount, took out this liquidity pool right here, trades back up into it, cuts through it, goes into this SIBI right here. You see that? That SIBI? We trade up into it. Reject it. That's a premium. Trades back down to discount. Consolidation, expansion. One second, y'all. One second. I have to take this phone call. 1 second. All right, my bad, y'all. My bad. So what I was saying was we're bouncing around these fair value gaps. You got this SIBI right here. And you can see the levels on the daily. The daily time frame is a significant price level. So there's many things you can blend. There's many concepts. In the Patreon, I will be teaching you how to build your own trading model based on your personality. Some of y'all might be long-term investors. Some of y'all might be wanting to short-term trade. Some of y'all might want to scalp. Some of y'all might want to day trade. I have different models, and all of these levels can have a model built around it. You said I just got a call for myself in the future. Hey, I wish I could know what this time next year will hold. especially in this space. For real. Shout out to you, Big Dre. So these are the daily levels. You can see we're just bouncing around inside of these levels. And then remember, the higher time frame is more significant. So most of y'all might not be aware of these price levels. Lenny, you say you just want to make money. I can show you that too. Lenny, you've been here every day. From y'all that have been watching me, how many different concepts, how many different strategies have I shown y'all, or how many can have y'all retained? Which one do y'all prefer? Which one do y'all like? Like Lenny, okay, Lenny, you say you just want to make money. So Lenny, what's your personality? Do you want to make money right now, or do you want to make money while not having to do much? Which one do you want to do? How many of y'all want to make money right now? Or how many of y'all want to just like put some money to work and not really have to manage it, not really have to be present? What's y'all personality? Y'all let me know in the comments, because that's going to help me build out my Patreon. Lenny, you say you want to make money right now. Ike, you say you just want freedom. So Ike, I need more context. Ike, you say you just want freedom. That could come in different forms. Shy Swag, you say you want to just put it to work. Okay, that could come in different forms. Like I said, do y'all want to make, okay, let me re-explain that. Based on your lifestyle right now, whether you're working a full-time job or you're retired, based on your lifestyle, it depends for everybody. It depends for everybody. Everybody is different. Everybody's schedule is different. Do you want to make money in a few weeks? Do you want to make money in a few months? Do you want to make money within an hour? Do you want to make money in 5 minutes? Do you want to make money in a couple hours? What fits your personality? And that's something you really got to think about if you've never been exposed to this. Ike, you say you make enough money to be flexible with your lifestyle. Scalping, Law Docs, you want to scalp? So I'm gonna go ahead and say most of y'all want to be most of y'all want to make money right now. So how do we do that? All right, now I got to roll up my sleeves. So again, here it is. If you haven't already, let me go ahead and plug this in, and I'm gonna give y'all a trading model right now. I'm gonna give y'all a trading model. So again, if you want to sign up to my Patreon, here it is right here. You can go to my Patreon, sign up for the beginner. But I'm going to go beyond the beginner right now. Let's go ahead and go beyond the beginner. I'm going to give you an advanced model. Well, I'm going to give you one model. Here goes one model. So I'm going to remove some stuff. So for a lot of y'all, let's say y'all want to make money right now. Right now. You want to scalp. Whatever you want to do. Y'all want to make money right now. Yeah, Ike, is live. It's live, Ike. I had to give my disclaimer, Ike. I'm still working on it as we speak. So if you choose to sign up right now, I'm going to be still adding videos. I'm still building it out. So, and also for the people that come early, y'all going to help me give feedback on where I can improve as far as, you know, what the community likes. What do y'all want to learn? And it's not signals, so don't expect signals. It's lessons. It's like Netflix, where you can go in there, you can take your time, you can rewatch it. But what y'all need to be doing is, if you're gonna sign up, don't be coming just to watch it like Netflix. You need to be prepared to practice. You need to be prepared to put the information to work, because you'll be wasting your time if you're not putting the information to work. You got to be ready to roll up your sleeves and find time throughout your day to practice. Again, this right here is a lifestyle for me. I do this on my phone, on my tablet, on my computer. If I'm driving, I'm looking at the markets, which I don't advise nobody to do that. If you're flying, if you're traveling, every day I got to look at what's going on right now in the market. So it is a lifestyle. So it's pretty much a part of me. So that's how serious I take it. So let me see right quick. And after I get done, I will check everything. So if you join, I'll check everything out. I'll make sure everything you getting access to the pay. If something goes wrong, whatever, just message me on Patreon, and I will get your message, and I will go from there. So if anything kicks back or you're not getting access to nothing, because I'm still testing it out, just make sure y'all send me a message. So let's go ahead and build y'all a model out right quick. So this is the daily time frame. Y'all want to make money right now. So this is the daily time frame. Take notes. On the daily time frame, just like on the weekly time frame, every individual day, every candle. So every candle takes 24 hours in the crypto market. If we're in the traditional market, well, it's 24 hours, but those markets are 5 days a week. In the crypto market, it's 7 days a week. So every day you come to the market, if you want to learn how to make money right now, what I'm gonna do is, and this is a trading model. I'm going to build a, let's say a scalping model. I'm gonna build a scalping model. So what you want to do is start on the daily time frame. Look at the previous day's highs and lows. You want to outline the high, that is buy side liquidity. Buy side liquidity above the market. And then you want to outline the low, sell side liquidity below the market. So we know that there are liquidity pools above and below the market. So every day you want to ask yourself, you want to start with a bias. A bias simply means the direction in price. What side of the market do you see price reaching for? That's what you ask yourself. Ike, you said low. And whatever, every day, this is a simple model. You're going to lose. Listen, with this model, you're going to take losing trades. So from the daily time frame, I hope y'all taking notes. From the daily time frame, let's drop down to the 15-minute time frame. And on the 15-minute time frame, I'm going to further refine this. So I'm going to clean it up a little bit. I'm going to drag this sell side liquidity right there. This was the low from Friday. It is currently 8 o'clock Asia. So Friday we're still in Friday here in the United States, but the new daily candle or Saturday has just started. And this was the high from Friday. Hold on, let me drop back out to the daily. Go back out to the daily. That's giving me the high from Thursday. But no, I'm looking for the high from Friday. But watch this. From the daily down to the 15-minute. You can identify, okay, there's buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity. Now, let's take a vertical trend line. We're going to place it on Friday at midnight. 12 o'clock midnight. And if you're brand new, you need to set your charts to 12 o'clock. Set your charts to New York Eastern Standard Time. That is UTC 5. Wherever you're at in the world. I don't care where you're at in the world. Set your charts to 12 o'clock midnight. New York Eastern Standard Time. So that vertical trend line right there is the new day. That is the start of the new day for Friday. And I'm going to go ahead and make one for Saturday, 12 o'clock midnight Saturday. And this is for y'all who want to start trading right now. What you're doing is identifying the liquidity. So right here starts 12 o'clock midnight Friday. This starts 12 o'clock midnight Saturday. And I'm sure a lot of y'all have seen this already, especially the ones y'all that have been coming. Friday is not officially closed in the United States yet, but I'm going to go ahead and highlight that high right there. That's the high from Friday. So as you drop down the lower time frames, you can further refine the liquidity pools, because when you're on the higher time frames, they're harder to view. So what you have to do is you need to drop down the lower time frames. Also 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time starts the new trading candle for the day. If your clocks are set to New York Eastern Standard Time at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will see the new daily candle form. So let me go ahead and highlight that right there. Said pull the screen down a little. And again, if you're just watching and not applying, then it might be a little difficult to you. So you have to actually apply what I'm talking about. That's 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. starts the new trading day. So what you want to identify after you do this, after you do these steps, you want to say what session, what time of the day are we in? So right now it is Asia session. And remember the sessions. We're currently in the Asia session. So 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock midnight. 8 o'clock p.m., 12 o'clock midnight. And you want to label that. You want to label that as a kill zone. That's a kill zone. So I will be going over that in the Patreon, kill zones. Kill zones are specific times of the day. Specific times of the day that the algorithm performs. You don't want to just be in the market at any time of the day. You want to be in the market at specific times of the day. So this is the Asia session. Again, 8 o'clock p.m., 12 o'clock midnight. Keep that in mind. And this is for the people who want to start trading right now. So as we cross over into the new day, the market is pretty much consolidating. What's up, Lawrence? What's up? Appreciate you joining. We know that the low of the day is right there. That's sell side liquidity. Remember, I took you from the daily down to the 15-minute. We're still on the 15-minute time frame. We're also in the Asia session. So let me go ahead and highlight that. Asia session. And like I said, we've been doing this for a while. So again, nothing should be new to some of y'all. The only thing is you need to start applying this information. If you're just sitting back watching and not applying the knowledge, then it might not be helpful to you. You have to get up. You have to get up and not be lazy and apply the information. So you know where the liquidity is. Liquidity is where the orders are, and the algorithm always seeks liquidity. Just think about that, and you can witness it. Also, what did we do in previous sessions? So I want to highlight the New York session. Let's go to the New York PM session. The New York PM session was from 1:30 p.m., 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right there. I'm going to label that New York PM, NY PM. And if we're currently in Asia, so whatever session you're currently in, you pretty much want to look back and see what the previous session has done. You want to look back and see what the previous session has done, because after every session, the market leaves behind either buy side and sell side liquidity after every session. So that was the New York PM session right there. What do y'all see in the New York PM session? Y'all answer the question. What do you see in the New York PM session? What do y'all see in the New York PM session? This is for y'all people who want to start trading right now. We're skipping through all the other analysis. We're jumping right down to smaller time frames, and we want to start trading right now. This is for the people who want to start making money. Ike, you said you see large wick. What's the number one thing? If anything else fails, what's the number one thing the market is going to want to seek that's going to help y'all out? So let me help y'all, Ike. Anytime the market, after every session, what's the first thing y'all want to identify? After every session. I've said this before. After every session, what's the first thing y'all want to identify? There you go. So look at this high right here. If anything else fails, you know what you want to find where the liquidity is. As long as you know where the liquidity is, that's pretty much all you need, to be honest. You don't need all the extra stuff. As long as you can identify where the liquidity is in the market, you will be fine. So right there, that high, that swing high, that is the New York PM session high. The swing low during that session has been liquidated, so we're not going to add that low. Now, let's see what happened during the lunch session. So we're going to type New York lunch. The New York lunch session is from 11 a.m. 1:30 p.m. 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And these are kill zones. These are specific times of the day. If you're on higher time frames, you cannot see the kill zones. You have to drop down to lower time frames. So during the New York lunch session, what do y'all see? What do y'all see on the New York lunch session? What's one thing that y'all see? And I just pretty much referred to what the first thing I look for after every session. So during the lunch session right here, let me zoom in for y'all. During the lunch session, the high has been liquidated, but the low is still intact. So what we're going to do is this low, this swing low, that is the New York lunch liquidity pool, sell side liquidity below the market. Why is it sell side liquidity? Because when the liquidity drops down, it's going down to offer sell side delivery. So it's going to seek sell side liquidity below the market. So you can see these lows are stacking up. And next we want to look at the New York AM session. So how do you start this? Whatever time of the day, and if we're all on the best time of the day is the trade during the New York. So I know a lot of times in the evening, I analyze the Asia session, but for me, best times of the day for me is during the entire New York AM lunch and PM session. Asia is kind of hard for me because at some point you got to sleep. You got to sleep. But for y'all that are overseas, Asia might work for y'all. London, London might work for y'all. So wherever you at, so right now, look how I built this out. I'm building a model. I start you off with a foundation. I'm framing a model up. So you need framework. You need some type of foundation and framework. I started off on that daily time frame. I showed you, okay, there's high, the low. The high and the low sales liquidity pools. And then I dropped down to a 15-minute time frame. Now we're intraday. We're looking at the daily range, essentially. The entire daily range. So this, if I didn't outline it or frame it up like this, you might think this is this could be a weekly chart. This could be a monthly chart. But no, I'm framing it up so that you can see and how to, I'm giving you framework so that you can analyze the market just like this. Without this structure, you wouldn't know what to do. You'll just be blind in the market because you don't know about the certain times of the days that the algorithm performs. So the New York AM session starts at 8:30 a.m., 11 o'clock a.m. The AM session high has been liquidated. AM session high has been liquidated, but the low, look at that low. During the AM session New York today, that formed the low of the day. That's sell side liquidity. That's the sell side liquidity that I highlighted on the daily time frame. So I highlighted that, and then all I did was drop down the lower time frames, and you can further refine the price action. It becomes cleaner as you drop down the lower time frames. So there's the liquidity, and then we got a minor buy side liquidity right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight that. That's during the dead hours of the day, but I'm gonna highlight that anyway. Right there, buy side liquidity. So now this is framework. So what do you want to do as a trader? Y'all told me that y'all want to see the market go lower. But let me show you this, Ike. I remember you said that earlier. You think the market is going to go lower. You have to know what's going on the higher time frame. And I left this out on purpose. What is this? What is this? And this is the daily time frame. What is this right here? What is this? What is that? Y'all tell me in the comments. It's not a SIBI. It's not a SIBI. A SIBI is a premium array. That's when you see SIBIs, you want to look to short the market. It's not an order block. Well, you know what? It is an order block. It is an order block as well. Hey, I'm glad you caught that, but that's not what I'm highlighting. What is this? This wick low, this wick high. There's a small little wick. Let's look at that order block. You see how small that wick is? You want to note that. Everybody's saying SIBI. It's definitely a fair value gap, Robert, but it's not. It's a BISI. So let me go ahead and bring that up. It's a BISI. It's a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Hey, I thought y'all was on point today. Boom, right there. But I'm going to remove that, and I'm just going to draw it out freehand. I'm going to draw it out freehand. So from that wick high right there up to this wick low, that is a BISI, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency on the daily time frame. Daily BISI. Right there. So what kind of array is this? Is this a premium or a discount array? Is this fair value gap a premium or discount array? PD stands for premium or discount. Is it a discount or a premium? So if we zoom out, you can see the market make a high, and then it retraces back down to the inefficiency, the BISI, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So it's a discount. So remember, what do you want to do at discount? What do you want to do at discounts? As the market trades down to this fair value gap, what do you want to be at a discount? There you go. So remember, stick to that higher time frame. I left that out on purpose because a lot of y'all said y'all seen the market going lower. And guess what? We can cut through these as well. So don't ignore it. But I'm going to stick to the side of buying discounts and selling at premiums as long as the market is in a consolidation. So again, this is the daily time frame. I outlined the previous day's high and low. Now let's drop back down to the 15-minute. Drop back down to the 15-minute. So again, here we are back on the lower time frames. 12 o'clock midnight is true day. 12 o'clock midnight starts the new day. We got the London, New York session, Asia session, and then it repeats every day. This is something that you can take with you and nobody can take it from you. It repeats every day. So look how the market has been doing today. Earlier today, we rallied higher. We took out, let's go ahead and outline the London session. So the London session goes from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to look for the liquidity earlier today. And I'm going to get to right now price action. Some of y'all said y'all want to see that daily time frame drop down to discount, which was the sell side liquidity. And most of y'all said sell side. But remember that daily fair value gap is a support level. We're using it as support. So this is the London session right here. And the low from London was liquidated. We liquidated that low. Also, before we do any type of trading, and this is going to help y'all out tremendously. This is something I wish I would have known when I first started. I'm going to ask y'all this. What market profile are we currently in? And what condition is it? What market profile are we in? And what condition is it? And this is today's trading right here. This is the daily range from today. What market profile are we in and what trading range is it? Anybody know? Shout out to you, Lenny. Shout out to you. That's what you got to put on your thinking cap. That's why you show up every day at the front of the classroom and put on your thinking cap. It is a consolidation profile and the market is in a high resistance. So before you even move forward, you need to identify what market profile is it in. We're in a consolidation profile. So anytime we're in a consolidation profile, the market is always seeking liquidity. It's seeking destroy because it's seeking liquidity and it's destroying orders in the market that retail are off size on. So that's exactly what's going on. It's a seek and destroy market profile. So what does that mean? That means the conditions. If you look to take a trade, you need to reduce your risk. You need to reduce your risk and kind of be patient. This is wisdom and skill that I didn't have when I first started. This took me time. I suffered a lot of scars because I didn't know that key information right there. What makes it high resistance? This choppiness. I'm looking at all the individual candles. The choppiness in the market, the wicks. When you start seeing that profile right there, you need to take a seat back and be like, okay, is this high resistance? And it will start showing you, okay, yeah, that's high resistance. Now, more advanced concepts, we can go down to lower time frames and we can still trade in these market conditions. But if you're starting out, it's going to take you a while. Yes, the long wicks, choppiness. So look how we are trading down into that higher time frame daily fair value gap. It's a discount. Now look what the market is starting to do during Asia. It's starting to reach higher. Now let's say at minimum, let's come up and take out this high right here because we're at a discount. We want to come up and take out this high in the New York PM high. Those are two targets. Let's see if we can start a trade. So on the 15-minute time frame, so within every session, you can trade within every hour, pretty much. So right now it is 8:33, is the 8 o'clock hour, which is the first hour of the Asia session. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a vertical trend line and drop it on 8 o'clock PM and go out to 9 o'clock PM. Right there. Oh, that ain't it. Let me get another trend line. 8 o'clock PM, which is this blue trend line right there, to 9 o'clock PM. And what I'm doing is there's 4 quarters in every hour. So the 4 quarters are, since it's the 8 o'clock hour, the first quarter of the hour is 8 o'clock to 8:15. The second quarter is from 8:15 to 8:30. The third quarter is from 8:30 to 8:45. And the fourth quarter is from 8:45 to 9 o'clock. So let's go ahead and divide the quarters up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clone this trend line. I'm gonna drop it on every 15-minute increment within the hour. Now, yes, but Robert, I mainly focus on the futures trading. So I'm trying to introduce y'all to futures. Futures trading blows options and puts out the water. I ain't gonna lie. So on the 15-minute time frame, let's go ahead and drop down to the 5-minute time frame. And this is where y'all start looking for trades. So I build it out. I give you a higher time frame bias. And then I'll drop down to the 15-minute time frame to frame up the market. I give you framework on the 15-minute time frame. The 5-minute and below is where you want to start looking for entries. So there's your model right there. I'm telling y'all, just if you missed anything, go back and watch the live stream. Daily, 15-minute, 5-minute entries. So anything between the 5-minute and the 1-minute. So every 15 minutes, you can look for at least one opportunity to find a buy trade, a buy setup. So on the 5-minute time frame, the first entry that I see within the hour is, what is this right here? What is this? What is this right here? There you go, Lenny. It's a BISI on a 5-minute. That would be a 5-minute entry. So if I highlight that BISI, and this is for you people who want to start trading right now. This is a scalping model. This is a scalping model in the market right now, here and there. Let's go. There's no playing around. You're going to be on the right side of the market or you're not. You're going to take some losses, especially if you're brand new. Like I said, my strike rate is high because of my experience. So look how the market traded down. Boom. Trade down to that 5-minute BISI right there. That's a limit order. How many times have I told y'all that you can set a limit order at the high? Boom. Midway point or the low. Look what this wick does. Let me slide this over right quick. Look what this candle does. It drops down, completely fills the gap. This gap was lacking sell side delivery and it was inefficient. They drop it down to complete it fully to make it efficient. Now let's set our limit orders. limit order. You can set it at the high, the midway point, or the low. And then for more advanced concepts, you take a Fibonacci. You can lay it on the top down to the low. And there goes multiple, there goes more levels that you can highlight. My Fibonacci settings, right there. Those are my Fibonacci settings. Go ahead and screenshot that, or go back and watch the live stream and screenshot it, whatever you need to do. So let me go ahead and remove that. So let's say you set your limit order at the midway point. We put our limit order at the midway point. Now, first thing you want to do is identify your risk, how much you're willing to risk on a trade. But I'm not going to go into trade management. What you want to do is where you set your stop loss. You identify what candle forms the fair value gap. It's this candle right here forms the fair value gap. There is a void in price in between that wick low and that wick high. That's the gap. And on that same candle, you want to place your stop loss right at the wick low of this candle. Boom, right there. Right at that wick low. Now let's take a ruler and measure that risk from the midway point down to the wick low. That's a risk of 0.18%. That's minimum risk. The most I'm willing to risk per trade is 1%. Nothing more than 1%, especially if you're brand new. Per trade. So boom, we identify our entry. We identify our risk, and you place your stop loss. Let me go ahead and tell you, stop loss. Boom. Now where do you take profit? Let's identify our take profit above the market. Let's go ahead and identify our take profit above the market, which is these liquidity pools that I outlined above the market. This minor side liquidity, and then we got the PM session high. You can see what the market is doing after dropping down the discount. And also, this is live price action. Who else is going to show y'all live price action and outline a trade? The only difference is I'm not putting real money behind it. I have done this so many times that I know that the market repeats over and over again. And that's what I will be teaching in the Patreon, how you can identify this stuff, practice with it, and then you can go catch your own fish. Instead of relying on me to provide you a signal, you could be catching your own fish. A signal service isn't needed if you learn this skill set. What better gift could you have than to have this skill set? Go out to the 15-minute. On the 15-minute time frame, there's a small SIBI right here. Small SIBI. And guess what? That could have been a quick scalp. That could have been a quick scalp. So let's go back down to the 5-minute time frame. So again, from entry, and check it out, scalpers. People that want to be in and out the market. When you want to scalp, you're not willing to hold a position. You're not willing to hold a position for long term. So let me highlight this entry right quick. A scalper is somebody who's not committed they're not committed to any type of trade, meaning they're not trying to hold it too long. They're trying to get in and out and turn over profit. And as a scalper, you have multiple opportunities within a day to find entry points. So look at the entry, boom, right there. Traded up to what? This 1 hour SIBI, right? I mean, this 15-minute SIBI. You can see we completely fill it. We are here in 5 minutes. We will start the third quarter of the hour. So let's go ahead and drop down the lower time frames. I'm aiming for liquidity above the market. I'm aiming for the liquidity. Let me see those daily levels right quick. See those daily levels right there. So look at that. There's a fair value gap on the daily time frame just above the market. And it's a premium. Inside of that premium fair value gap is liquidity. So you can see the market wanting to reach for that. But now I'm going to remove it and just focus on the liquidity in the market. Y'all smash the like button if y'all paying attention. Y'all let me know. Give me some feedback. What y'all think? Is this something y'all want to learn? Go down to the 1 minute. On a 1 minute time frame, there's a large 1 minute fair value gap. Now, I want to see this become an inversion. I want to see us trade through this and become an inversion. And this is live price action. Jude, you say you love this shit? Man, I love this shit too. I ain't gonna lie. I love this shit too. Who else in this space is showing y'all? I also got some doubters. Like, I got a lot of people that doubt me. A lot of people think I'm here. Like, I didn't start in the crypto community. I started in the trading community. That's my community before any other community. I started in the trading community. So there's a lot of people who think I might be influencing or chasing clout or whatever. I'm not no clout chaser. At the end of the day, all those content creators are going to run out of content because there's nothing else to be talked about but these markets. So when they run out of content, I'm not going to be out of nothing. I'm not going to run out of nothing to talk about because these markets don't sleep. They're 24 hours a day. They're 24-hour trading days. And there's always something to analyze and break down. And there's always people to teach and want to learn this skill set. So this shit don't run out. Yes, trade like a bot, no emotion. Do you see me emotion? You're seeing me you're watching me highlighting this shit real time without no emotions. You know why? Because I embedded it in my mind every day. I practice this shit every day. Every day. Every day is practice. I'm in the gym every day. Y'all got to catch up to me. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all got to catch up. You got to catch up. You got to make it a competition with yourself first. You said enough said, bro. Yeah, the link is in the description for the Patreon. We're just consolidating. So what market profile are we on? We're on the 1 minute time frame, market profile. Here in 1 minute, we got that macro that will begin. 1 minute, we will see a macro. So from, not 1 minute, excuse me. We got 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, we will start that 850 macro to 910. What market profile are we in on the 1 minute? What profile? Yeah, we're expanding, but expansion. Then what? Retracement. Now what? All these things apply on every time frame. The markets are fractal. The markets are fractal. Now we're retracing back down. Let's see. Let's go out to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour time frame, we're just holding inside of that this 1 hour SIBI, or 15 minute. My bad. 15 minute SIBI. 15 minute SIBI right there on the left. I'm gonna give it another color. So we just started the last quarter of the hour. So it's 8:45 to 9 o'clock. Remember, every hour has 4 quarters. And within every 15 minutes, you can find one opportunity to find a trade setup. Yeah, y'all was right. Consolidation on the 1 minute. So on the 15 minute right here, you can see we just started this candle right here, this 15 minute time frame. We just started the new quarter. That's a new candle print. So, okay, let me ask y'all this. On the 15 minute time frame, do we come up, take out the previous 15 minutes high? Or do we come back down, take out the previous 15 minutes low? Or do we just range inside of this gap? Or look at the wick. Do we just hold inside of that wick? What y'all think? You said high? Let's see. Let's go back down to the 5 minute. So look at how divided these quarters. Y'all said high. So look at the previous 15 minute high right here. Boom, right there. That's buy side liquidity right there. Now let's drop back down to the 1 minute. Here in about 4 minutes, we will start that macro. And do you see how it has sped up? Like, do you see how from the higher time frame down to right now, there's more things. This type of trading right here requires you to manage and be here. But if you're somebody who wants to be a long-term investor, that doesn't really take much managing. It takes time. But for you people that want to learn right now trading, day trading, scalping, you have to be active in the markets like right now. You have to be managing. So it looks like we're retracing down. We rejected that 1 hour fair value gap, 15 minute. And again, trade is still in place. But for example, if y'all wanted this quick scalp, get out the market, let me go back down to the let's go back down to the 5 minute. And we're going to measure. And there's a little small 15 minute fair value gap right there. We're inside of this 15 minute fair value gap. Let me go ahead and highlight that. There's a 15 minute BISI right there. Every move counts. You don't want to ignore none of these moves. But for example, a quick scalp would have been entry up to, let's say, midway point of that gap. That's a return of 0.53%. That's in and out the market. You have to have realistic levels to be in and out the market. You said framing the 15 minute to trade the 5 minute was helpful. See, again, that's why I say join the Patreon. If you haven't heard, again, I've been holding back. I don't really say everything. If you join the Patreon, you will get the more in-depth stuff. But you have to have framework. Remember that. You have to frame out the market. If you come to a blank canvas and you're just looking at dry paint, or if you're just looking at a blank canvas, you have to start applying paint to the canvas. You have to start marking the canvas up. You have to start building a framework. Let's say you want to draw a house. Well, you know you got to draw the foundation. You have to draw the outer lines. You have to build that house out before you start coloring between the lines. Same shit applies to what I'm doing in these charts. I'm framing it up. And there's multiple trades I can be doing. Multiple styles. So I just showed you how you could have been in a trade on the 5 minute time frame entry. Let's say you don't want to drop below the 5 minute. You just want to be in. Every one of these candles take 5 minutes. In the market, out the market. You would have been done. Now, holding this trade after identifying that the market is in a high resistance liquidity condition, the likelihood is real high risk that this might want to come back down on you. There's high risk that it could come back down on you because the markets are not, they're not loose right now. They are really constricted and they're tight. So you can see how the market is trading down into that fair value gap. It's not random. 5 minute time frame. Look at the levels it's rejecting off of. The macro begins here in 30 seconds. So 8:50 to 9:10. The macro will begin here shortly. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. Again, link is in the description below for the Patreon. So for example, let's say the market goes up to this premium level, this premium PD array. If you're trading, you want to manage your position. So what do? See where your stop loss is? Let's go ahead and move our stop loss above our entry. Right there. So if the market decides to come back down on you and stop you out, you don't get stopped out at a loss. You get stopped out in a profit or break even. Did y'all know y'all can do that? How many people knew they could manage and move their stop loss around if you have no experience in trading or if you might have traded before? Did you know that you can take your stop loss and roll it above your entry, and everything above your entry will be all profits, even though you might not get the trade that you wanted to, you might not get the outcome of the trade that you originally wanted to enter. So again, it gets very advanced, very advanced. Let me send this text message, y'all. Let me send this text message. Y'all give me some feedback. So right now we're just ranging, we're consolidating. Let's go back out to that 15-minute time frame. We have just began the macro, so it is 8:51. We're inside that macro. Macros are pretty much the last 10 minutes of the hour and the first 10 minutes of the beginning of the hour. So we're about to close the hour. And I'm still reaching for buy side liquidity above the market. Omar, no more than 1%. No more than 1%. You know why? Because if you take a trade, you can manage that. If you start diving into the 5x, 10x, 50x, you're going to be broke because you're going to take trades as losses. No more than 1%. Get that embedded in y'all skull. No more than 1%. And sometimes you have to trade with less than 1%. And if you're not content with that, trading might not be for you. That is called risk management. And you're going to do what you want to do. That's just me, because you know what the professionals do? The professionals don't, us professionals, because I consider myself a professional, we don't over risk. We don't over leverage. We grow the equity. So whatever your equity is, you start with that and grow that equity. Grow your equity. That's all that matters. And as you invest in digital assets, let that compound. And then eventually, if you learn this skill set, you can pull from those assets. I'm not saying a lot of money, but you will have enough. So let's say you got $100,000. Well, now you got $100,000. You can go fund a brokerage account, and all you simply listen. Check this out. You can have, let's say you got $200,000. You set up one account with $100,000 and the other account with $100,000. And in one account, you're just looking to pay your expenses, your monthly expenses. And in that account, you're probably only looking for 4 trades a month. You don't need to take 100 trades. You need to take about 4 trades per month, which is probably 1 trade per week. And all you're trying to do with that one account is grow your equity. With that account, all you're trying to do is make your living expenses, whether you got to pay rent, car note. Let that account just be for bills, to the point where you don't never have to work a job. You have this account with $100K in it. You would never have to work a job because you're using that capital to put it to work in the market just to pay bills. And then in another account, and this is all subjective, by the way, whether you have 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, you can split it up, divide it. But I'm using the example of 200,000. So in the other account, that's the account where you want to take it from 100K to 200K to 300, 350, 400, 500. That's the account that you want to compound, and you're not really trying to touch that. So you have one account where you are paying bills, and then the other account you are building the equity. And you're not in a rush. There's no rush. At first, when you start trying to do this, you're going to feel impulsive. Remember that word, impulsive. You're going to be very impulsive. You're going to feel the need. It's like an adrenaline. If you ever had a winning trade, it's almost like taking drugs, because the stimulant that it does to you, it's almost like taking drugs, because you never seen that much money. Go look at my shorts on my channel. When I first started my channel, I did a lot of shorts. That's me trading with real money. And I'm talking about making money in minutes, seconds. And it's like an adrenaline rush. It's like a rush to the head, because I feel like if a crackhead was able to learn this skill and get a feeling on how you can make money in seconds, he will put down the crack. He would be like, man, this shit is better than drugs, because it hits like drugs. There's 8:55, 5 minutes into the macro. And you can see on the 15-minute time frame where the market wants to reach for, just like I framed it out. Just give it time. Here in 4 minutes, we will close the 8 o'clock hour, and then we will roll over into the 9 o'clock hour. And remember, within every hour, you can find at least 4 trading opportunities in the market. And y'all told me earlier, y'all want to see the previous 15-minute time, the 15-minute high taken out, and look what it's reaching for. Look what it's reaching for. Market always seeks liquidity. The market is always seeking liquidity. Y'all press 1 if y'all learning something. I don't listen. I'm not, don't expect me. Now check it out. When I'm live streaming, don't expect me to do this every live stream. This is for the Patreon. But right now I got to give y'all a sample of these type of concepts that you could be learning. I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. Again, this is going to be reserved for the Patreon. But here you are getting it a free sample. I'm giving y'all a dose. These are real concepts. This shit really works. I'm just an average person with a passion for this. I'm an average person with a passion for this right here. You can check it out. Good question, Robert. You can move it, but you don't want to move it too tight. Check it out. If you're brand new, you haven't done this before. If you start seeing a lot of money coming into, in profit, the first thing you don't want to do is, and this is based on my experience, you're going to want to take this stop loss and jam it up real tight. You don't want to do that. Trust me. You don't want to do that. You want to keep it manageable. You want to just move it up and manage your trade and trust. When you first start trading, you're not going to be able to trust that the market is seeking liquidity. You're just going to see profits. When I'm trading, I'm not looking at the money. I'm looking at the candlesticks. You have to train yourself to understand what the candlesticks are doing. And the candlesticks will get you paid. If you sit here and watch the money, you're gonna be like, I gotta take profit right now. You're gonna start getting impulsive. You're gonna start feeling you're gonna start doing reckless stuff. Like, for example, if I take this stop loss right here and I jam it up right here, which is at the upper portion of this stop fair value gap. Because the markets are in a high resistance liquidity condition, it could come back down and stop you out. Keep that in mind. So keep it manageable. And at any time, you could just hit that X button and kill your trade. If you feel like, okay, I'm good with this, or you feel like I don't really know, just hit that X button, kill the trade. You can walk away and be done for the day. Oh, what's up, Daryl? Daryl, you missing it. You missing it. Shout out to you. You said you're going to have this live on repeat, going to watch it until it sticks. That's what you have to do. So that's what you have to do. Again, that's what all the lives have been. But if you want to sign up for the Patreon, it's a step-by-step, more refined way of going about it. So we're still just hanging out in that 15-minute fair value gap. Still hanging out. If y'all just joining, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. This is what y'all came for. This is what y'all came to see. Okay, shout out to you, Daryl. Get them teeth clean. A healthy mouth is a good thing. Use that damn dental insurance while you got it. So it is 9 o'clock. It's the end of the hour. You can see that we just began a new hourly, a new 15-minute print and a new hourly candle. We're still inside of the macro. Still inside of the macro. Lawrence, what's on point, Lawrence? What's on point? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and frame out the next hour. So the 9 o'clock hour, 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And I'm going to do the same thing. We're going to find the quarters inside the hour. So from 9 o'clock to 9:15, 9:15 to 9:30, 9:30 to 9:45, 9:45, 10 o'clock. Hey, ain't nobody hitting the like button. Hey, y'all better listen to Law Docs. Y'all better hit that like button. And right now, we're just still hanging out inside of this 15-minute SIBI. I want to see us cut through it, trade through it. On the 15-minute time frame, let me go down to the 5-minute. So this was a 5-minute fair value gap. My bad. This was a 5-minute. Let me change the color. Right there, 5-minute. And I need to start back labeling them. 5-minute BISI. And then the purple one is a 15-minute. So look how the market is displacing. We're still in that macro, 9:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, I appreciate it, Lawrence. Appreciate it. Let's go down to the 1 minute. Look how the market is displacing, going for the last hour's high. So this was the 9 o'clock hour high. Look how we're displacing higher. My targets are above the market. And now what is retail thinking right now? People that are on their phones, people that are looking at their crypto wallet, they're pretty much saying, oh, XRP is back at $2.40. Are we on the move? Are we going to break out? That's what they're saying right now, because they got that zoomed out macro perspective. No, I'm showing you these concepts that are algorithmic and how they work real time. Retail has no idea of what's going on in these markets. And I'm showing it to you real time right here. So here in about 25 seconds on the 1 minute, I want to see what this candle does right here. It's looking like it wants to form a 1 minute fair value gap here in about 15 seconds. Let's see what it wants to do. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 2. Boom, right there. Look at that. 1 minute busy. Trade down to it. Do we use it as support and continue higher? We're also in the premium side of the 15-minute fair value gap. That's the first gap. Check it out. Every 15 minutes, you can find one opportunity. That's the first fair value gap within the new hour. First fair value gap within the hour on the 1 minute time frame. I appreciate y'all showing the love and encouraging people in the live stream. I definitely appreciate that from y'all. Shout out to y'all. What's up, Frozen? So now we're trading lower again. Let's go out to the let's go back out to the 5 minute. So what it's looking like it's doing is it could go either way right at this point. Started the new hour. I'm still reaching for the premium above the market. It's also, look at the wick. Somebody outlined the wick earlier. This wick right here. Look at the range. This wick. Look at the price levels. Just holding in that wick. I want to see us cut through all this to go up higher. It's 9:04. So we got 6 minutes left inside of that macro. Go back down to the 1 minute. So look at the gap. Still respecting that 1 minute fair value gap. Let's see if we can displace higher. And y'all watch me do this real time. Y'all watching me outlining these price levels real time. So, hey, who else can do this? I encourage, hey, I don't give a damn. Ask them if they can do it. If they can't do it, send them over here so I can teach them. Look, this was the last hour's high, the 8 o'clock hour high right there. Come on now, let's displace. Now let's drop down from the 1 minute. Let's go a little bit faster. Let's go down to the 15-second time frame. What are we doing on the 15-second? Every one of these candles take 15 seconds. Retracing lower, large, busy right there. Go out to the 30-second. Okay, I don't like the 30-second. Go back out to the 15-second. Trading down. We're inside of a 15-second busy. Let me go ahead and highlight that. Just like that. It's a 15-second. This is a 1 minute. The all white one was a 15-second. The gray shaded area is a 1 minute. And we're inside of that 15-minute. So look at that. Boom. Displacement higher. Just like that. Come on now. Algorithmic. So are y'all convinced that the markets are algorithmic? Or are y'all not convinced? Let's trade through that. Boom. Just like that. Just like that. Now, that was the last hour's buy side liquidity right there. Now let's see if we can start reaching for those higher time frames. Let's drop back out to the 1 minute. Those higher time frame PD rays up above the market. I appreciate y'all joining, y'all. And y'all have to be patient with me. Y'all can grow with me. This is brand new. The reason I'm opening it up is because it's been high demand. I'm tired of answering people and disappointing them at the same time. People have been ready for the Patreon. I've been busy, but y'all can grow with me as I continue to produce the content and grow a small little community. I don't need no large community, to be honest. It could be a small little community. And within the crypto space, what I've seen was there was a lot of in the trading world, this information is more known. But in the crypto space, people don't understand these concepts. So there's a void to be filled within the crypto community. It's like a new generation of, which I'm a young generation, but it's like a newer generation of the crypto bros and crypto society. They don't believe in like technical analysis and trading like that. And then a lot of the stuff is watered down and trash. So I had to blend the two. What's up, Texas Plates? Here in 5 seconds, let's see what this candle does. 3, 2, 1, fair value gap. Boom, right there. Busy. Let's see what we do. And this is also called tape reading. So if you never tape read the market before, this is great practice. Like, this is how you build confidence. This is where you build strategy. Doing this right here without no money. Imagine doing this for months and months and months. No money at all. And then it's like a stepping stone. Every time you continue to learn more and practice, things start unlocking more and more for you. Things start decoding more and more. What's up, OL? Appreciate you joining. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Subscribe if y'all brand new. We have 2 minutes left and the macro will complete. And then we will finish the 9 o'clock hour. Here y'all are getting a advanced lesson this evening. And this is just a sample of the Patreon. So check this out right here. This down closed candle, that's an order block if we come up and tap it. If we tap it, that would be a confirmed order block right there. Opening price of that down closed candle. See, there we go. Up there, tap it. Now that order block is valid. That's a valid order block. It's in play now. So we can come back down or retrace back down to it for a discounted opportunity. But you can be in the move before it retraces back down to the order block. That's a more advanced lesson. Here in 5 seconds, macro will complete. And let's go ahead and start reaching for that higher time frame liquidity. And remember, I was showing y'all, this is for the people that was saying, hey, I want to just make money right now. Here you go. This is how you start. Now look how the market trades back down to the order block. Now order blocks aren't my favorite. Not in these current market conditions, because they have been failing a lot because of the certain, when I first started trading, order blocks was so smooth. But what the market makers did, they switched up the algorithm a little bit. They kind of like made it more high resistance. When I first started trading, all these markets were low resistance liquidity conditions, meaning it was like cutting through butter. But then they tightened the entire system up. Look how it dropped down. Y'all see that? That's not random, y'all. That's not random. You see how it drops down? I use the wick from the opening price down to the close. I'm looking at the midway point. The midway point of the order block is the fail point. If we start trading below that, that order block failed. But look how the market dropped down inside of that order block. And I already told y'all, once we come up and tapped it, that made it valid. And then what I want to see now is what it's doing now, retracing back down into it. And let's see if we want to start moving higher. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're brand new. And now look at our trade from entry. This is where we entered at. And now we're just holding it. Now this is where you're managing the trade. So for the ones that want to just walk off, let's say that you was in this trade and you just wanted to walk off. Well, you kind of can now, but you want to have your phone in handy. You want to have your phone handy. You know what I'm saying? You want to have a tablet. You want to have a tablet handy where you're just watching the trade from either your device, some type of device, or you're sitting at a computer watching Sports Center or something like that. And you're just sitting here managing the trade. How many people want to live that lifestyle where this is your day to day? Like you wake up, you're putting your money to work. You don't have to go check into your boss. You don't have to go check in at your boss a place of employment. You're using your own capital and you're growing your own, you're putting your own money to work. You're trying to make ends meet. You're your own boss. And you can be having your big screen because up in here I got a large screen on the wall where I'm at my computer, my trading desk, a computer, a TV screen on the wall, and I'm just sitting back watching this chart, and then I'm watching to see who got traded. I'm looking to see what acquisitions the different sports teams are picking up, or I might be watching YouTube or whatever your lifestyle might be. So let's see. Let's go back out to the 5 minute. We're dropping down kind of heavily. Now, since we're retracing back down to this 15-minute fair value gap, let's see if we want to use that as an inversion. Let's go out to the 15-minute. And remember, the why it's trading so deeply is because the high resistance conditions currently in the market. High resistance. Still reaching for buy-side liquidity above the market. Derek, you say it sounds good to you? So if y'all become XRP rich, you still want to have some type of hustle. You still want to work. And this is one form of working right here. Some people might not consider this working, but hey, this is working. Sitting here and looking at this shit is work. Framing it up is work. That's how I look at it. People asking me, so again, for people that want signals, a signal service will be high as hell. Like I'm not even gonna cap. Like me providing signals will be very expensive because this is work. This is me sitting here trying to make sure I'm analyzing the market correctly so that I can provide a good signal to a community of people. And signals don't come all day, every day neither. A signal service wouldn't be me getting in and out the market. No, I'm going to be looking for the clean trade setups. And that might take several days. It might take a week or two. It might be several days before I see a good opportunity to provide a signal. So that's why I say I prefer people to learn this skill set. Learn the skill set on your own so that you can be your own fisherman. You can go hunt, fish, and be independent. Trading is independent. Trading is an independent sport. I don't sit here and compare myself to nobody else. There are better traders than me. There are better influencers than me. But all I can do and all I can control is what I got going on me personally. So we traded back down to the purple highlighted area. That's a 15-minute fair value gap. It's currently an inversion. Now let's see what we want to do. Again, market in high resistance liquidity conditions. Look at this gap right here. I didn't get rid of this gap on the 1 minute. It became an inversion, but let's see if we can cut back through it. The higher time frame 15-minute gap has more influence over price. So as the market drives back down to the 15-minute, that's a more significant support level than this 1 minute inversion gap. Hopefully this has been insightful for y'all, man. Hopefully y'all are really paying attention. Hopefully this one is insightful. Hopefully I'm inspiring people to learn this skill set. And again, if we're still managing the trade, you don't want to get nervous. At this point, you just want to let it go. If you've never been in a trade, you just want to let this go. You might want to just hold on to it. So at this point, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to roll my stop loss up. Where do I want to roll my stop loss? Let's roll it right at just below this daily fair value gap. That's my stop loss. So this is me simulating that I'm in a trade. from entry. Again, I showed how you could have took a quick scalp, took profit. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to hold it a little bit longer to see if we want to come up to take out the buy side liquidity above the market. Let's go out to the 5 minute. Just on the 5 minute, we're retracing. On the 15 minute, we're just consolidating. If we zoom in on the 15-minute time frame, I'm gonna ask y'all again, what side of the market do y'all see the 15-minute candle reaching for? The previous 15-minute candle high or the previous 15-minute candle low? What side do y'all see the market reaching for? Because above that low and above that high are minor liquidity pools. And also, there's a little 15-minute gap down here. A small little 15-minute gap that I did not highlight. So there's a small little gap right there on the 15-minute. Highlight that purple. Y'all said low. Lenny, you said low. You think it's going to come back down and take out the previous 15-minute low? Also, you see the inversion? Look at the midway point. That's a significant level right there. That's a significant level on the inversion. Let me throw up a Fibonacci on this inversion gap. And I appreciate y'all joining on this Friday evening, getting this lesson in. Y'all could definitely be doing something else with your time. And that's exactly why I said don't just jam your stop loss higher. You want to gradually take your time and move it higher. What I need to do is, let me go check the 1 hour. The 1 hour is a significant time frame. Now on the 1 hour, we're just consolidating around. We're just consolidating on the 1 hour. And then if you zoom out, look at the daily range. We're just in a consolidation and it's high resistance. So it's not low resistance. Low resistance is something like this right here. You see these candles? That is low resistance. From this low up to this high. That's a low resistance liquidity run. There's little to no resistance moving the market higher or lower. And then you can see the different market profiles. So right now we're just in a high resistance liquidity condition. So you have to endure these type of retracements right here. Go back down to the 15 minute. And that's exactly why I highlighted that 15-minute gap right there. And also look at the wick. This wick right here on the 15 minute. From the open down to the low. Right there. And this might seem a lot. This might seem like it's a lot of things going on. And again, you really only need one thing, to be honest. If it's the ghost pools, if it's the liquidity pools, if it's the fair value gaps, if it's the order blocks, if it's a premium, if it's a discount, whatever resonates with you, stick with that one thing. Don't try to learn it all at once. So look how so originally, this is still a SIBI. On the 15-minute time frame, this is still a SIBI. It's a premium array. We did trade through it, but we closed right at the top of it. And now look how it's retracing back down. Now look how it drops back down. Here in about 9 minutes, this candle will close. This is going to be a significant close right here. Because we can easily snap back up into the range. I've seen it 100 times. And the market, if we just zoom out, which I'm not about to do that now, why is the market trading like this right now? Why is it being so like difficult? Why is it like chopping around like this? Well, if you zoom back out to the 3-month time frame, you know we're coming to the close of a quarterly candle. So as the market closes off for the quarter, the market has been consolidating. So what you're essentially doing is you're trading in these consolidated conditions. And if you ever heard me say this before, or if you haven't heard me say this, Consolidation is the most difficult market condition to trade in if you don't know what you're doing. And then when it's consolidating and it's in a high resistance liquidity condition, that's when people are getting hurt the most. Trust me, I know from experience. But with experience, I have learned how to trade inside of these conditions. But you, like I said earlier, and when you identify first what conditions are we in, you don't want to hold on to trades long at all. So for example, when I dropped back down to that 5 minute earlier, when I showed you entry right here up to this fair value gap, that's in and out, get out the market, in and out. That's a quick scalp. How long did that trade last? Let me show you. From entry to take profit, that trade lasted 5 minutes, in and out. Now, if you didn't exit the trade, now you have to endure this right here, where you see your profit, where you see yourself in profits, and now it's starting to retrace back down to discount. What's up, Don? I appreciate you joining. The pink area is a 5 minute BISI. The purple area is a 15 minute fair value gap. Remember, the higher time frame is more significant. The higher time frame has more push over price, or price is always going to want to draw to the higher time frame PD arrays. So keep that in mind. And you know what's crazy? I'm sticking to the higher time frame narrative, but these little small pullbacks right here, if I was to drop down to a 15-second time frame, I could show you many opportunities inside of that retracement that you could have been shorting the market. But I'm gonna say that for the Patreon. That's more advanced. So how many opportunities do y'all see as the market trades lower? That's a SIBI right there, 15 second. Let me highlight it white. That's one SIBI. And then it used this inversion gap to go lower. So again, let's say you wanted to short the market, back down, but you know the higher time frame is bullish. So you got to be careful doing this. But there's opportunity selling the market back down to the 15 minute and that 5 minute fair value gap. And then you monitor the higher time frame to see if you want to get in sync to get higher. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to stick to one side. I want to see the higher time frame draw on liquidity. That was a quick shift in market structure right there as well too. So we drop down, create this high, retrace, boom, displacement. We take out this high right there. That's a shift in market structure. This is a 15-second BISI. Boom, right there. Go out to the 1 minute. So let's see if we can displace back higher. Again, high resistance. Ugly, nasty price action. Ugly, nasty price action. If y'all just joining, hit that like button, subscribe if you're brand new. I definitely appreciate it. Link in the description for the Patreon is below if you want to join the Patreon. And we just be patient. Go get your popcorn, you know what I'm saying? Like, get your coffee, whatever. You can make phone calls. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have nobody watching over your back. You don't have to leave your house. You could be anywhere in the world doing this. You know what I'm saying? You could be anywhere in the world doing this. You could watch a movie. You could do all kinds of stuff doing this. But me personally, I'll be locked in. What's up, Jay Mason? Appreciate you joining. Shout out to everybody joining. If y'all just hanging out in here and you're brand new, subscribe if you're brand new. I appreciate it. Going over live price action, tape reading. It's called tape reading. So what I need to do is just drop back out to the 15-minute time frame. Again, high resistance. What's up, Ed D? Appreciate you joining. Shout out to y'all just joining. Hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. Law Dawson, you said, I tried to make this trade, and when I tried to enter the exchange, when you tried to enter the exchange, lost connection. This keeps happening only when I am getting into a trade. Something ain't right. Again, Law Dawson, I'm not telling you. First of all, I'm sitting here on Trading View. This is the platform I'm on. So this feed, this is a crypto.com feed. So that, like I said, that's why y'all need to join the Patreon, because you're trying to do stuff that I'm not doing. This feed right here is from crypto.com. So if I had an account from crypto.com and they offered any type of leverage trading, I will be only trading from this exchange, crypto.com. If you're new to my channel, I don't day trade crypto. I trade the futures markets until crypto becomes regulated by the CFTC, which we're starting to get that now in Congress. They're starting to bring about regulations. So whenever they regulate these markets, that's when I will transition into trading cryptocurrency in a regulated environment. I'm pretty sure that you're not trading in a regulated environment right now. You're probably just trading just to be trading. And also, if you're just now trying to get into trade based on what I'm doing right now, you didn't listen. You failed. Because check it out. We entered way back here during 820 around 8:15 p.m. It is currently 9:28 p.m. So why would you try to enter the trade now? So look at that, y'all. I moved my stop loss up and boom, I'm stopped out. If I didn't take profit up here, the market comes back down on you, and now you're stopped out. And what do? Move to the sideline. Be done for the day. Be content. So I showed you options. I showed you where you could have been out the market because you identified the conditions of the market. But because the markets are in a high resistance liquidity condition, the market comes back on you and stops you out. And I showed you how you can roll your stop loss up. And as it stops you out, no, it wasn't the profit that you were seeking above the market, but you didn't leave without a loss. You left in profit. And what you do is you reset and you wait for your next opportunity. So again, like I said, you do take losses. That's me being transparent. You're going to take losses trying to hold. And that's what you get for trying to hold in certain conditions in the market. So hopefully that was insightful. And hopefully y'all learned something. Now you can get short. I can show you plenty of opportunities like I just did on how you can get short going back in the opposite direction. But if you're brand new, you don't need to be knowing how to do that. Like I said, there was plenty of opportunities over here where the market was going lower. I trade in a regulated environment. I trade through the CME. I trade CME products. So if you're, again, I will be teaching that in the Patreon. That's another reason the reason I won't do a signal service is because people are going to be all over the place. They're going to think they can go to any exchange and trade anything that they want to. But when you come to me, I'm going to give it a structured, it's going to be structured. Like we all going to be trading within this environment. We're all going to sign up to this one or two brokers, and we're all going to be trading this one product from the CME group. So if you don't like that type of environment and you just want to trade anything, this might not be for you. Even though these concepts work in all markets, you don't want to be all over the place trading anything. I only trade two products, and you can make millions of dollars trading one or two things. And that's all you need. So hopefully y'all learned something. Like I said, hopefully y'all learned something. Let's reset. So what you do is always zoom out. Let's go out to the hourly. And on the hourly time frame, you can see the daily range. If you missed anything, go back and watch the live stream. This was a detailed lesson. I pretty much built out a trading model for people who want to start trading right now. I asked the community, or I asked the chat, what kind of model do y'all want? A lot of people want to start trading right now. It is the end of the week, so pretty much all the damage has been done, and we're also consolidating. But majority of everybody said, hey, I want to start trading right now. And I showed you how to frame up your charts so that you can have a framework to build on. And more details will be in the Patreon. The link is in the description below. Law Docs, you say you got pennies you're playing with, so it's not a big deal. But damn, these exchanges keep shutting down at the moments where it's crucial to have connection. Hey, you don't have to deal with that with a broker. The brokers that I trade with, they tell you like, hey, we're gonna shut down at certain times of the day, unless there's some type of unseen for event coming in the market, like a black swan event. For the most part, the brokers I deal with, they let you know ahead of time, like we're gonna shut down at this hour. Shout out to TradingView. OL, that's good information, OL. So pretty much, if y'all need a TradingView, and especially if y'all gonna sign up with my Patreon, if y'all gonna sign up to my Patreon and TradingView is offering a discount right now, y'all might want to go ahead and sign up for that. Go ahead and sign up for that. Get that discount, 50% discount on, and this is not no paid advertisement. I don't deal with TradingView, but they got a 50% discount right now according to OL on TradingView. And they always show good deals. They always show love. So when I'm on TradingView, I got the premium plan. So I always say you got to get the plan at least above the free plan if you're going to deal with TradingView, so that you can have multiple charts and multiple screens. And you can save. If you just got the free plan on TradingView, you can't save charts. So you have to like upgrade. And this takes little money. Like, to be honest, it's not expensive to set up everything to start trading. Yeah, you need a computer, a laptop. It's hard. And another thing, I don't advise nobody to trade on a cell phone. You can manage your trade on a cell phone, but when you're setting up and outlining your charts, you need to start with a desktop, laptop, computer, or a tablet. Doing that on a cell phone is difficult. So you need at least those three things. You need a large device, whether that's a computer, a monitor, desktop, laptop. You need something like that to be able to analyze these markets. Because on the phone, you can't zoom out like this. You can't get all the data left in the market. On the phone, you're going to be looking at the chart on your phone like this. You're going to be looking at the charts on your phone just like this. But when you get more experience, you can manage trades on your phone. So that's pretty much the markets today, y'all. That's pretty much the markets. Again, it's nothing to talk about. We're just holding price in a consolidation. Again, there's always opportunity. Right now, we're just consolidating. So if Asia, I already can tell you right now, Asia is most likely going to consolidate. So whenever I see that a session is going to consolidate, I just wait. What do I wait for? I wait for the next session. So if Asia consolidates, I wait for the London session. If London consolidates, I wait for the New York session. So you can pretty much identify early on when the market is going to consolidate. Identify the conditions in the market, like I did earlier. Identify the market conditions, and then wait to see, okay, are we consolidating, expanding, retracing, and reversing? And also, is the market in a low resistance liquidity condition, or is it in a high resistance liquidity condition? So you got it already. You start watching the 15-second chart. Zoom out, Jay Mason. You're not ready for that. I'm going to tell you that now. You can watch it all day. I get you. I get what you're saying. If you're just watching it, that's cool. But you want to kind of zoom out. You want to zoom out. Y'all, 1 second. 1 second. All right, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Like I said, the market is just consolidating, and I'm not anticipating nothing going on this Friday, pretty much the entire day. And we're also consolidating down at that daily fair value gap, on the daily time frame. So they're just holding price inside of that gap. So tomorrow, I might live stream tomorrow to see what the market does. I'm not going to go into depth. I'm going to say that for the Patreon. And within the Patreon, y'all sign up with the Patreon, I can do private live streams amongst the Discord. So we can definitely have private live streams within the Discord for the more advanced concepts. So be on the lookout for that. If you want to join, go ahead and sign up. But before I head out of here, I want to come see what Donald Trump said earlier today. Let me come over to the news. Who caught up with this at the crypto summit? I'm gonna go ahead and play this right quick, and then I'm gonna get up out of here.
How we doing, everyone? Good. I'm Jason Yanowitz. I'm one of the co-founders of Blockworks. In about 30 seconds, we have a historic moment. The President of the United States is going to address the Digital Asset Summit. This is the first time in history that a sitting president has addressed a crypto conference. I know everyone has their phones out, but please give a massive round of applause and help me welcome the President of the United States to address the Digital Asset Summit.
To everyone at the Blockworks Digital Assets Summit. It's an honor to speak with you about how the United States is going to dominate crypto and the next generation of financial technologies. And it's not going to be easy, but we're way ahead. Just 2 weeks ago, we hosted the first ever White House Digital Asset Summit, bringing together many of the world's top leaders in crypto for a conversation led by our White House AI and crypto czar, David Sachs, who's a fantastic and very brilliant guy. That same week, I signed an order creating the brand new strategic Bitcoin reserve and a U.S. digital asset stockpile, which will allow the federal government to maximize the value of its holdings instead of foolishly selling them for a fraction of their long-term value, which is exactly what Biden did. He got a fraction of their value. We're ending the last administration's regulatory war on crypto and Bitcoin, and that includes stopping the lawless Operation Choke Point 2.0. Operation Choke Point went beyond regulation, and I mean far beyond. It was a form of lawfare through government weaponization. Frankly, it was a disgrace. But as of January 20th, 2025, all of that is over. I've also called on Congress to pass landmark legislation creating simple, common-sense rules for stablecoins and market structure. With the right legal framework, institutions large and small will be liberated to invest, innovate, and take part in one of the most exciting technological revolutions in modern history. It's so big, it's, I think, as big as you can get. Pioneers like you will be able to improve our bank security and wealth for American consumers and businesses alike. You will unleash an explosion of economic growth, and with the dollar-backed stablecoins, you'll help expand the dominance of the U.S. dollar, and many, many years to come, it'll be at the top, and that's where we want to keep it. We only want to keep it at the top, always. I can already see that the energy and passion of the crypto community is the kind of spirit that built our country, and it is exciting to watch as you invent the future of finance. And right here, it's going to be right here in the USA, the good old USA. Together, we will make America the undisputed Bitcoin superpower and the crypto capital of the world. Thank you. Good luck. God bless America.
All right, that was y'all president, y'all. I didn't see that today, so it definitely looked like AI. It definitely was pre-recorded. So I find that interesting. So I think that's gonna be it today. This was more of a learning lesson. This was a lesson today. So hopefully y'all learned a lot today. And if you haven't done so, or if you choose to, you can come over to my Patreon. It's now available. I'm going to be going as learning. I'm going to be producing the content as I go. I got stuff in there. If you sign up with the Patreon, you will get a membership to the Discord. I have a private Discord. So you could come over here, figure out which tier you want to get. And I definitely appreciate it. And based on what I showed y'all today, that's pretty much what's going to be going on in the Patreon with even more advanced. But if you want a fundamental step-by-step lesson or how-to, you start with the beginner lesson. So I definitely appreciate y'all. I will go live tomorrow. I won't go as in depth, but I will go live tomorrow. And I appreciate y'all time. Y'all have a good weekend and enjoy your evening. Peace out. Thank you.